and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. This is actually intro number 2 because it's really nice now. Do you guys want to see intro number 1? Welcome to the channel. Ain't it a gorgeous day out? Wouldn't you say it's a nice freaking day? I would. But the new OBS build, the Blazer, the Dirty Max was gone for a few days. She's back. Bobby had to borrow it for unknown reasons. And we got the Jeep. The Jeep is the subject of today's upload. If you're here for Jeep content, here you go. If you're not, I'll see you tomorrow. The rain noise is so loud, I'm not even sure if I can film. Like that's how hard it's raining right now. I'm sure the audio is gonna be bad. Hopefully it lets up, although the forecast says rain for the next like 4 days. But maybe I'll wait like 10 or 15 minutes. Doing Jeep fenders, which they are in the box right here. Jeep fenders. Up, big Chungus. What are you doing, Chungus?
Not much. Are you at Shane's?
No, I'm in my garage.
When did Beaver get done with it? Did you do what you needed to do?
To the Jeep?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright, dope. So you got the fenders, the wheels and tires, and then we'll get it.
Pretty much, yeah. It's almost ready for wrap, buddy. Don't worry.
Alright, so let's figure out how we want to do this. When do we...
Yeah, it was awful, and I swear this is only like 25 minutes after I filmed that. And now it's gorgeous outside, and they are calling for rain all weekend, but it definitely doesn't look like it now. Anyway, I'm not sure where I'm gonna cut off from where I was filming in the rain because the audio was so bad, but we're doing Jeep fenders today. Also, real quick, I am getting a lot of questions on the 2019 Grand Sport giveaway and the winter process and all that stuff. So we have all the data, all the entries, everything's good to go. We have to turn over all that stuff to a raffle company, and then we get to pick and call the winner. And when I say pick a winner, like it's all random. We don't pick somebody. It's randomly generated, and then we have to go with whoever we pick. So that will be happening within about a week or 2 from the ending of the giveaway. So that was about like 3 or 4 days ago now. So we're looking at, I would say within 10 days, we will be picking a winner. So if you haven't gotten a call yet, don't worry, we haven't called yet. And so I'll announce it like, it's not just gonna be random, like I'll announce it on video and on Instagram and everything like, okay, we're gonna be calling the winner today. So keep an eye on the channel, on Instagram, and then you'll know like when to expect a call, in a general time frame. So after that, if you see a call from a 717 number, hence the name, in case you didn't know that yet, that's what you're looking for. So a 717 number, definitely answer it, and that should be happening again within about 10 days. So I just wanted to answer that. I know some people have been asking. Anyway, on to the fenders. Let's get everything unboxed, and then we'll work on getting the old ones off. Fenders themselves, pretty obvious. As for what's in this box, I really don't know. Could be anything. Probably hardware. Okay, looks like double-sided tape. Or like, like a little rubber seal. And then the directions. And then the hardware. Fair enough. Begin by removing the factory fender liners. There are 5 10mm bolts. How hard can it be? Rain. Oh yeah, the rain's nuts. Where's that Corvette at? It's nice now. You gonna bring it out?
It's wet. You gotta be kidding. It'll get dirty. I don't like that.
Oh, that's one. Is that really? I think we got it. I gotta remove this light. Hold on. That doesn't sound right at all, does it?
That does not sound good, my friend.
Thank you.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you did. Jeeps are one of those things that definitely get a lot easier like after you've already done one, because they're a little bit unique in the way they come apart. I mean, the directions specifically say, don't worry about breaking anything because you're not going to reuse it. So, I mean, that is different from any other vehicle I've ever installed something on. Usually they say, be very careful not to break something. This one, to hell with it. Took the opportunity while the fender is off to clean up everything a little bit, even though most of this will be covered again, but a lot of it is going to be exposed, like all this and up here in front, which I love. I know I'm sure a lot of people, would like it covered, but I love the skeleton look, so to speak. I like how like everything, you're gonna be able to see everything. I love it. I think it's going to look sweet, but I think that might be a controversial topic. It looks a little incomplete, but it looks like a cool, like a buggy almost without the fenders. These are a lot more narrow than these stock ones, a lot lower profile. Now, the only thing that does scare me is I really don't know how to do, I think they're called rivet screws, and I have to drill into the body of the Jeep. That does scare me a little bit. I don't want to do it. I may or may not attempt it, but we'll see. I just thought, standing here looking at everything, if Shane's gonna wrap this soon, which he is, about a week or two from now, he'll be ready. If I have to drill holes and put in like rivets or rivet screws, whatever in this whole thing, I should just leave it off until he's ready to wrap it, because he's gonna have to take those off again. And I don't know how hard that is, or if they're really designed to come off. I mean, I'm sure they are. Like, it's not gonna break them coming off again, but I might as well leave them off. Like, how soon from now do you think you'll be ready to wrap the Jeep? Like 2 weeks?
I don't know. How long do you need it?
Well,
I'm more time. It's fine. I don't care.
No, I'm good. I'm good, actually. I'm just trying to figure out, I might as well not put these fenders on if you gotta wrap it.
Probably 2 weeks.
Also, go ahead and get ready to remove the roof, so I gotta move the big girl. So I probably didn't have to rev it to move it, but that was for you guys. Now you can do it yourself, as I've demonstrated, but it is, can you even see me? It's a little difficult. Doing it now 2 times by myself, I have developed a pretty good system now. All right, and there she is, boys, kind of the finished product. The fenders are off and the roof is off. We're stripping her down and the Jeep looks awesome. I can't wait to drive it. Now, the interesting thing is, I did get a soft top the other day, and I was waiting to reveal this. I got it where I get everything, Facebook Marketplace, and I got it for a pretty good deal. New, they're like $1,000. I got this one used, and it was only $400 in pretty good condition, and it's got the tinted windows and all that. So I do have the soft top. Not gonna put it on right now because it is so nice out currently, but I'm ready for a test drive. No roof and no fenders. I love driving this thing. I forgot how much fun it is. Even if it is a little bit hard to film and shift. My check engine light is back on, by the way. So, I mean, it's a Jeep, so that's kind of to be expected, but I'll get to that. And look at this. Look at how cool this is. Not too many vehicles you can see your engine while you're driving. Jeep is one of them. It looks friggin' awesome like that. I love it. I love it. I mean, it looks a little incomplete just because like of all the holes and everything, but I love that look. Looks way better. You know, that was a big comment on all the videos, people saying you gotta remove the fenders, and now I can see why. Now, I'm not gonna leave it like this, not long term anyway, but I see what people mean. Looks way better without those stupid plastic fenders on them. That might look even better than I thought it was gonna look. I have assembled all of my trucks in the superhero formation, and I gotta say, I parked them all. I got out and looked at it, and I was like, that's pretty freaking sweet. Very different from how my channel started, but at the same time, like, I love it. I love the fact that my channel is constantly changing. But I wanted to give you guys a garage update because of all the changing. I know there is a lot of questions, people wondering about certain vehicles, ones that are new, ones you haven't seen in a while. So I'm gonna go over all that pretty quickly right now. I'm not gonna go over like every vehicle because you know, some of them are obvious. Like number one, we can just bang this out. The Duramax, you guys know the story. My baby had it for years, has always been like the godfather of the channel, never going anywhere. That one's easy. Moving on from that, let's talk about the cheap Jeep. That's right, the cheap Jeep. Now this was intended to be my only summer project, and then I saw the deal on the green OBS and I couldn't pass it up. But the cheap Jeep, the cheap is coming along really well, and I'm not sure long-term what I want to do with it, but I'm loving modifying a Jeep. You know, I played around with the idea of buying one for a long time, for a couple of years, and the right deal came along and I was like, you know what, life is short, let's live a little and get one for the summer, and it's been great. I love driving it. The 6-speed manual's really fun, even if it is a little slow. And you know, I'm just doing mods here and there, and I'm figuring out a direction. Now the wheels and tires should be here really soon, and once they're in, I'll know kind of more what I want to do. Right now I feel like it's incomplete because I don't have that, and they were supposed to be here a long time ago, but we just did bumpers not long ago, the winch, fenders today, and we have a roof, we have all kinds of stuff on the way. So the Jeep is an ongoing build. It's not going to be a vehicle I'm going to keep forever, but I plan to have it for at least a little while longer. Into the Blazer, my second favorite on the channel next to the Duramax. The Blazer ushered in a whole new era on the channel of cheap, fun trucks, and I love it.
Yes! Oh my god!
Yeah.
This poor Blazer, I think I tallied it up like the other day. This truck has made me like 45 grand in content, and I really haven't spent any money on it besides like a few cheap mods, and I love the Blazer. Now, I don't know where to go next with it. I kind of talked about this in an upload not long ago. I'm not sure what to do. I kind of want to cut the roof off, but I know that would ruin the truck, and I don't want to do that. I can't give it away because like if I give it to somebody, it's gonna like blow up, or somebody's gonna get hurt with it because it's all like completely illegal, and like you can't, stuff is so hacked up, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the YouTuber who gave away a broken truck, even though many of you have been asking, and I would love to do something like that, and I will. I promise you, I will do a full giveaway, and I'll do another giveaway as well, like the Corvette. That's all going to come at some point for sure, but I can't do it with the Blazer. And quite frankly, I love driving it. I love having it as my fun vehicle. So I don't really know the plan on it yet. I might give it to a buddy of mine. I might, you know, something like that maybe. But we'll see. For now, the Blazer is not going anywhere, even though I've gotten tons of offers. I appreciate it. You know, a lot of people offering me money, which I don't even want any money for it. But we'll see what happens with that. The newest addition to the family, the green OBS. Now, this truck is going to be the opposite of the Blazer. As you can see, the fender is blown out from the jumps. This is not going to be like a beat-up off-road vehicle. This I got as a truck that has a little rust. It's got a few issues, but it's really, really solid. The bones are amazing. The frame is like mint condition. And this is going to be a little restoration project. Now, I say restoration, I don't mean like crazy, you know, take the cab and the bed off and powder coat everything, but I mean like a really clean OBS daily driver, the little lift and some tires, and we'll get to that soon. Trucks are out of the way. Let's talk about the cars. Number one, the Grandpa Corvette. Now, Grandpa Corvette, he's doing great in his retirement home down in Texas. Haven't sold him. A lot of people think I sold him. I know it's been a long time, but LMR has been fantastic. Late model racecraft has been awesome. They also currently have the world record ZR1 right now, a 2019 ZR1 running like a 9.4. Crazy. They're doing great. Grandpa's in great hands. But they haven't been working on the car because I don't send them money and parts all at once. This is like a $35,000 build. I didn't want to divert all that cash at one time. So they, you know, work on it a little bit, and then they say, hey, it needs this, or we need to order this, and I send some money or send a part, and that's how it's been going. So that's why it's slow. And quite frankly, I really haven't, another reason why, even though it's warmer weather right now, the reason why I haven't been too focused on it, I'm having a great time with the trucks. You know, the race car stuff is fun, but it's stressful and it's expensive. The truck stuff is, well, like I just explained with the Blazer. The truck stuff is not only carefree and there's no stress and it's a lot of fun, but the profit margins are a lot better on the truck stuff. The trucks make a lot more money for the channel. So I do, it's not like I'm giving up racing and fast cars. I still love that, but it hasn't been a primary concern. But with that being said, Grandpa is going on the dyno Monday of this week coming up. So he's almost at the finish line. We're getting there. Other big one, the 720S. A lot of you have been wondering about that car. About 3 weeks ago, I took it down to Florida for a little vacation and a half-mile racing event. We blew an oil line. During that event, the car was running like a stabbed rat, though. It was running like crazy. and it was doing really well. Unfortunately, that happened, and it's at McLaren Philadelphia right now, getting that replaced. The only issue is, and why it takes so long, even though it's a small issue, and I posted this on Instagram, is because anything with that car, even if it's a small problem, if it's 99% of things are going to be inside of the engine bay, the whole car has to come apart. And that's why those cars aren't really designed to be modified. They're not easy to modify. They're not easy to work on. And it's basically a $10,000 to $15,000 job anytime something happens. So it's really made me think, especially with all the truck stuff, you know, do I want to keep modifying McLarens? Don't worry, I'm always gonna have a loud exhaust and it's always gonna shoot flames for a McLaren. That's 100%, I have to have that because I love it. But do I want to keep going down the road of like modifying the car to an extent where it really shouldn't be modified and then have to worry about stuff, and then reliability is affected, and every time, you know, it's not even like a Corvette is expensive to fix, but not that bad. The McLaren's a whole different level of like, holy crap, it's a lot of money. Let me get to the point of what I'm trying to say here. I've been playing around with the idea of maybe getting a 720 Spider and just doing exhaust and leaving it at that, or maybe getting my 600 LT. I don't know. I'm just kind of, for whatever reason, after this little issue, I've been kind of scared about like being in the hole for a crap ton of money for a car that the thing I loved about my McLarens was I never worried about them. They were reliable, and they still are. But it's a car that I travel everywhere with. Like, I ship it to Florida, we'd use it on vacation, and I don't want to have to worry about anything. And I don't want, you know, every time something little happens because I voided my warranty, I don't want it to be $15,000 to $20,000 for the job. And that's pretty much what I'm looking at. So it's stupid to do that. And especially if Grandpa comes back, I can beat the crap out of that if something breaks. Not as big of a deal. I know the McLaren as I have it right now is really cool, but it does kind of scare me. And to be honest, like, just an exhaust and a tune is pretty freaking fast, and I can have that exhaust, you know, with like a burble tune on it where it's going to shoot flames just like it does now. So I could get a new one and you wouldn't even really know without the turbos being on there that it was any different. So I'm thinking about maybe that, new 720 Spider, 600 LT. I'm playing around with the idea. There you go. That is your big garage update on the channel. I know a lot of things have been changing and more changes are coming, but let's be real. That's how I like it. If you enjoyed this upload, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Take care and have a great night.